Excited? Down there?
I'm stoked, man. I kind of got goosebumps. It's been so long.
Right? I'm excited to check back out today.
In the dying town of Nome, Alaska, a place built on gold, rust, and dwindling hope, one discovery is about to change everything. Emily Ryle, staring down bankruptcy, uncovers a secret that could rewrite the history of the Bering Sea. A $35 million gold vein known as the Golden Wall. She's found incredible looking gold, and if the ground keeps producing, she plans to buy the claim. But this treasure wasn't uncovered by any modern survey. It was found using a cursed 19th century map that led her to a place sailors whisper about, a place where ships are said to vanish. What she discovers there will make her a legend and a target. Nome's last chance. The town of Nome stands on the brink of collapse. Gold built this place, but gold fever doesn't last. The easy deposits are gone. Permits are expiring. Costs are crushing even the biggest operations, and the harbor has turned into a graveyard of dredges that once symbolized hope. Investors have abandoned the region, writing it off as tapped out. For most, Nome's story is over. But for Emily Ryle, captain of the dredge Heroica, it's just beginning. She faces unbearable pressure, caught between bankruptcy and greatness. One extraordinary find is all that stands between her and failure. Determined to make one final stand, she launches a last expedition. Her mission, to uncover a discovery so massive it shocks the world, or disappear as just another failed dredger. That's when a strange piece of history falls into her hands, something far more valuable than a pan of gold dust. The Forbidden Chart. In a sealed Russian maritime archive, untouched since 1852, Emily discovers a set of charts that don't fit in any ordinary collection. What they reveal is astonishing. A map detailing unusual metals hidden deep beneath the Bering Sea's currents. Precise coordinates are marked beside an imperial seal and a decree from the Tsar himself. The message is unmistakably clear. These waters are forbidden. No vessels allowed. To most, it reads like folklore. Another sea curse born from sailors and whiskey. And in Nome, experienced captains laugh it off, but whisper the truth. Ships sent there never returned. Compasses go wild. Storms rise out of nowhere. Divers vanish without a trace. Everyone knows the stories. Everyone fears the warnings. But Emily isn't everyone. Driven by desperation and the faintest spark of hope, she gathers her crew, a mix of hardened veterans and eager newcomers, and heads straight for the coordinates that no one else dares approach. The sea grows restless as if aware of their purpose, waves chopping in an unnatural rhythm. But Emily doesn't see the warning as a threat. To her, it's a promise. The ocean's tomb. Entering the forbidden zone, tension hangs thick in the air. Under a heavy gray sky, the Heroica slices through cold waves while the crew scans the horizon, nerves stretched thin. Days of searching turn up nothing but vast, empty mud plains. Doubt rises. Talk of turning back begins. But Emily refuses to give up. She keeps her eyes locked on the sonar, trusting the ancient Russian map instead of fear. Side scan sonar, their only sight in the crushing darkness, pulses out images of the sea floor. Hours drag on. The crew grows silent. Then something appears. A massive outline flashes across the screen. The room freezes. Buried in silt and frozen in centuries-old permafrost lies the unmistakable shape of a ship, perfectly preserved. Divers gear up, floodlights ready. What they find goes beyond wreckage. It's a time capsule. A 19th century Russian bark rests on the seafloor, its wooden hull preserved far better than nature should allow in these waters. Finding a ship like this intact is an archaeological miracle. Crates lie scattered around the wreck. Some have burst open, spilling their contents into the seabed. That's when the first gleam hits the divers' lights. Ore, but not the tiny flakes dredgers in Nome usually fight to collect. This ore is heavy, dense, unmistakably rich with gold. The legends were true. The Russians were here, mining this very seabed, hauling unimaginable wealth before sealing the area and forbidding all entry. The reason why remains a chilling mystery. But right now, the gold is all that matters. And as the truth sinks in, the crew's morale ignites. Emily Ryle has just uncovered a secret powerful enough to save Nome, or destroy her. If the Russians pulled that much gold from these waters, it means the source, the true motherlode, must be close. For the first time in months, hope rises in Emily not as a flicker, but as a roaring blaze. She stares at the ghostly hull on the monitor, at the scattered crates, at the undeniable evidence of a lost fortune. Then a shocking realization hits her. This wasn't a random placer deposit. This wasn't natural at all. The Russians didn't simply stumble upon gold here. They found a source, exploited it, and then concealed it so thoroughly that it vanished from all official records. The vein is real, and for the first time in over 150 years, Emily Ryle is closer to finding it than anyone alive. This isn't just a shipwreck, it's a signpost, an arrow pointing towards something legendary, a monument of extraordinary wealth. But the shadows of the Bering Sea extend far beyond the deep. The moment word of a possible discovery begins to drift through town, and in a place like Nome, secrets move faster than the wind. Another dredge appears on the horizon. It doesn't approach, but it never leaves. The crew watches it nervously, instantly recognizing its silhouette. "All those guys are doing is wasting my time," someone mutters. "They're claim jumping. Brad knows exactly what he's doing. They're going to try to mine anyway, because they're idiots." The vessel belongs to a rival captain, known for swooping in the moment someone else finds something valuable. At first, his ship is only a looming threat. Then, the drones arrive. They skim low across the waves, buzzing like mechanical insects, circling Emily's operation. The crew chases them off again and again, but they always return. Cameras aimed at the deck, the equipment, the GPS, the treasure. Someone is watching their every move, preparing to take what isn't theirs. Radio static grows heavier. A technician on Emily's team, young, brilliant, and quick with electronics, manages to crack an encrypted signal. What he finds isn't idle boat chatter. It's a coordinated conversation between Nome-based investors. This isn't rumor, it's strategy. "She's found the chamber," one voice says, cold and businesslike. "Secure the data. Secure the claim." In an instant, the hunt for gold transforms into something else entirely: corporate warfare. Emily listens, her jaw tightening as she realizes the truth. She's not just fighting the sea. She's up against powerful forces with deeper pockets, sharper claws, and no hesitation about stealing someone else's discovery. Her crew becomes fiercely protective of the site, but the ocean itself begins to feel restless, as if warning them of what lies ahead. Divers descend to scan the seafloor near the wreck. That's when something inexplicable begins. A faint sound rises from cracks in the rock, a low hum, like a distant machine. But it's not mechanical. Divers say it vibrates through their suits, a metallic resonance that feels almost alive. Instruments on the Heroica spike, detecting acoustic frequencies with no natural explanation. "It's right on the edge," someone says, adjusting controls. "Under 1.5. The wind's pushing us, but..." "The sea's singing," one diver jokes through the comms, though his voice trembles. Later, at the dock while gathering supplies, an old Inupiat fisherman hears their story. His expression darkens. "When the sea sings," he warns, "it is not celebrating, it is warning. Ice groans before it breaks, gold hums before it buries you." To locals, the sound signals imminent collapse. Half the crew grows uneasy, urging caution, but Emily refuses to stop. Her determination only sharpens. To her, the humming isn't a curse, it's evidence. A hollow chamber, she reasons, filled with something metallic and resonating under immense pressure. Gold doesn't lie, and if the seafloor itself is vibrating, that means they're closer than anyone has ever been. Excavation resumes. The dredge roars with renewed intensity. Then it happens. A diver scraping at a wall of compacted silt radios up, breathless with disbelief. It's glowing down here. The video feed crackles to life. What he has uncovered isn't a scattering of gold flakes. It's a vertical slab, a monolithic wall streaked with veins so thick and luminous they burn like fire even in the murky depths. The crew explodes into shouts, crowding around the monitors. The wall extends far beyond the reach of their lights, hundreds of feet of raw, brilliant ore, frozen in stone like lightning captured mid-strike. This isn't just a discovery, it's a monument. Samples are rushed to the surface, their weight astonishing. Geologists among the crew run calculations, shaking their heads as the numbers climb. At least $35 million in visible gold alone. For a moment, the deck crackles with euphoria. After years of disappointment, Emily Ryle is staring at a discovery capable of rewriting the entire history of the Bering Sea. She rests her hand on a chunk of the gleaming ore and names it softly, almost reverently. The Golden Wall. But celebration is short-lived because the true cost of their discovery is about to reveal itself. The thunder of engines rolls across the waves, not from any boat, but from above. The crew looks up in disbelief. A matte black helicopter circles overhead. Its windows are tinted. Its markings have been stripped away, and the men inside are holding rifles. No one in Nome has ever seen anything like it. Emily grabs the radio, demanding identification. Only static answers, followed by a low, deliberate voice that chills her to her core. Walk away, or you won't leave these waters. It's no bluff. The offshore investors know about the Golden Wall, and they've stopped pretending to play fair. The sea has become a battlefield. Morale fractures. Some crew members whisper about cutting a deal, selling the coordinates before things get violent. Others stand firmly with Emily. But the sea is whispering too, and its warnings are only growing louder. Divers pushing deeper behind the Golden Wall discover tunnels, perfectly straight shafts carved into the seabed and hidden for centuries. Strange, unnaturally smooth markings cover the stone walls. In that moment, everything snaps into focus. The Russian archives, the Tsar's forbidding decree, the whispered stories of forced labor. This wasn't just a mine. It was a secret operation, ancient, concealed, and possibly even a tomb. Fear and greed tighten around the crew until the two are indistinguishable. Under the immense pressure, loyalty finally fractures. Small groups form. Whispers spread. A few deckhands begin passing notes and quietly planning to sell information to their rivals. Emily catches her first mate mid-transmission, his radio crackling with half-spoken coordinates before he panics and cuts the channel. She confronts him, fury flashing across the deck. "You sold us out," she says, voice trembling with betrayal. "You're going to get us killed," he snaps back. "You think we can fight helicopters and corporations with nothing but loyalty. We need cash in hand before this blows up." The argument erupts into chaos, echoing across the dredge. And beneath them, the Golden Wall waits. But now Emily realizes the truth. The treasure isn't only buried in the ocean floor. It has climbed into the hearts of her own crew, twisting friendship into suspicion and rivalry. The dredge pushes on, engines roaring, but the sea's warnings grow impossible to ignore. A deep, bone-shaking rumble rolls through the vessel. Alarms flare. Before anyone can react, a massive section of the cavern behind the Golden Wall collapses. Water surges into the excavation zone with catastrophic force, sweeping away pumps, equipment, and crates heavy with gold. The dredge shudders violently, its steel frame groaning under the pressure. Part of the Golden Wall vanishes into the abyss. Emily Ryle found the gold. But did she awaken something older and far more dangerous in the process? Tell us your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Timefold channel.